Hello to everyone. I'm Rorien Gwinondebe from Rwanda Polytechnic, working in IPRC Kigali. Today, I'm going to be with you in a module of Oxy-acetylene gas welding process, which is taken in level 3 for the students who are taking fitting and welding in level 3. So today, we are going to start by introduction about welding. Normally, welding is a metal joining process whereby two or more than two metals are joined together to form a permanent joint. So this welding is classified in many methods which can be used to achieve that joint process. So the welding methods which are available currently, they are a fusion welding and they are pressure welding. For fusion welding, it is a method in which two or similar or dissimilar metals are joined together by melting and fusing by their edge, with or without the filler metal, without application of any kind of pressure. So here, the joint made is really permanent. When we say a permanent joint, it means that the joint which is being done by this fusion welding, you cannot separate two joined metal so that you can gain them as they were before. So that's why we call it a permanent joint, which is done during this fusion welding. Number two, it is pressure welding. This pressure welding, it is a method of welding where similar metals are joined together by heating the edges until to plastic state. So here, the joint, when you want to form the joint, and that temperature which heat those metal to plastic state, you need to apply an external forces. And that forces will be the one to allow those heated metal to form a joint. The joint which is formed there, it is not permanent. We can call it as temporary joint. So the heat of source here may be used, but that heat of source will not allow the base metal to be melted. So after getting those two types of welding method, we have to see really what is the advantage of welding. In normal life, everything have its advantage and disadvantage. Here about welding, we can start by looking on advantages of welding. So number one, a good weld is as strong as the base metal. This means what? When you want to form a joint, by making some structure or by forming some strong joint, you need to know which method I can use. So when you use welding, you get a real strong structure which is really better or which is having enough strength than the base metal. General welding is equipment are available and low cost. When we say that they are available, it means they are not the material or they are not the equipment which will cost you a long time to wait. Everywhere you can go, because of this process is advanced and it is daily used in our daily life, they are available and they are on low cost. So another advantage, some of the welding equipment are portable. It means they are easy to take out. When you want to go to the site, when you want to move or when you want to change the workshop, you can take them easily and you go to do another job elsewhere you want to do. So also another advantage, welding can join workpiece through spot or continuous pressure. This means if you want a temporary spot, a joint which will be removed, you can use welding. And this will allow you to set your structure, which will be used on somewhere. By setting it, use it welding. So after setting, you can also reinforce that joint by making it continuous. When you make it continuous, it means you are able to get that strong weld, which we said on point 1. So after those advantages, we have some other disadvantages. Most of them, it is that welding gives harmful radiation, which are aride dispersers. When you are doing main welding process, by using main welding method, we are just facing the fumes which are produced due to the heat which is applied on our base metal. So that fumes are really dangerous for our life. That is disadvantage or limitation. Number two, welding results in residual stress and distortion of the workpiece. When we say residual stress, we mean that after welding, there is some internal properties of the metal which can be changed due to the heat applied on the welding. So this is disadvantage because when you lose some properties due to the heat applied, it means you get the metal which have changed internally according to the one you had previously before welding. Number three on disadvantages, jigs and fixtures are generally required to hold and position the part to be welded. Due to the heat which is applied on the metal, you need to hold those metals so that during the welding, the heat which will weaken the pieces will not deform your structure. Here, that's why you will need to have some jigs and fixtures to hold strongly before and during your welding or your joining. So also another disadvantage is edge preparation of the workpiece is generally required before welding them. Here, you have to take care about this. Without cleaning, without prepare your edge, you will not get a designed or a designed joint which is permanent, strong, which is really smart. So that's why when you are preparing your edge, you need to take enough time so that you will confirm you reach on the maximum preparation, which will give you a positive result or a positive feedback. Another disadvantage is a skilled welder is a must to produce a good welding job. When we say a skilled welder, it is not a job where everyone can come and start doing it. You need to have enough training and enough practice so that you'll be able to produce a good weld or a good product or a good job. Here, when we say skilled welder, you don't need to take it as easy as you see. You have to take your time, stay focusing on the equipment and machine which are used and know them how to use in order to produce that job. The reason why this is disadvantage, it's because to be skilled enough will take you a long time to achieve on that skills needed during this job. So another disadvantage is a welding heat produces metallurgical changes. When we say metallurgical changes, on our material or metals, we are having internal bonds. Those bonds are normally separated when there is external application, either heat or either forces. So during the welding, we are just getting maximum heat, which will destroy our bond internally of the metal. So this is disadvantages because after destroying that bond, you will have a change internally on that metallurgical change. So now we can focus on our topic, which is oxy-acetylene gas welding. After getting what is the welding, after getting the method of joining or the method of welding, we can see exactly one of our method, which is fusion welding, is the oxy-acetylene gas welding. So oxy-acetylene gas welding, normally it is fusion welding, whereby the base metal is used and is fused together with another one, and after they are melting, they are forming a permanent joint. Here we can use or not use the filler metal, but will not apply any external forces. So this gas welding normally combines two gases. One is the fuel gas and another one is combustible gas. So the fuel gas is here acetylene and another one is oxygen. That's why we name it oxy-acetylene gas welding. So the gases which are normally commonly used as fuel gas We have acetylene gas, we have methane gas, we have hydrogen gas, and propane gas. Those gases can be used accordingly because each one can produce different maximum temperature according to another one. But for here, we are focusing on oxyacetylene gas welding because it is among of the one which can give us a maximum heat used during this gas welding. That's why our operation of oxyacetylene gas welding. So depending on the factors which can be varied according to the result we need, we are having some factors to select the gas to be used. So here, we need to know the type of material to be welded. When you know the type of material to be welded, you just immediately think about which gas will give me a very quick solution so that I can select it. If you need a low pressure or a low heat to melt your metal, you will select the gas which will give you that heat immediately. Number two, we need to know the required welding temperature. As I said before, all those gases are having the different temperature when they are fused, when they are heated. So you have to know the required temperature so that you can select any kind of gas among those cited before. Which fuel gas is readily available? The availability of the gas also is one of the main points that you have to consider so that you will not choose the gas which is not available while you want to perform the work immediately. So that factor also is really important so that the selection will be focused on the availability on our market. The relative cost of supply of the fuel gas. When you say the relative cost, everything matches with the cost. When you think about you can use this gas on this work, you didn't match them with how much to use this gas and how much the work will be varied. So when you know those factors, that's cost of the material and the cost of the gas, you will be selecting the gas to be used so that it will match with the product that you are going to do. Here we are going to see the equipment or the setup of oxyacetylene welding equipment. So on this drawing you have, also we are having them here in front of me so that this is the setup that is combining all needed equipment for performing oxyacetylene gas welding equipment.